Hello everyone, I am Dr. Raman. In this section, we are going to discuss with gradient, divergent, curl related problems. See the problem: if f vector equal to x square minus y square plus 2xz I vector plus xz minus xy plus yz j vector plus z square plus x square k vector. Find the following. First question: del dot f vector, then del into del dot f vector, then del cross f vector, then del dot del cross f vector, then del cross f vector. Before that, just remember I dot I value, I dot I, j dot j, k dot k value 1, I dot j vector, j dot k vector, k dot I vector 0, and then I cross I vector, j cross j vector, k cross k vector value 0. I cross j vector, I j k form, then k vector, j cross k I vector, then I j k, j k I, k I equal to j. Suppose the changes k cross j means minus I vector, j cross I means minus k vector. So this is only the values. Now first question, see here, first one, del dot f vector. So del dot f vector is nothing but del dot f divergence, del dot x divergence. So this question is nothing but del dot f vector or div f vector, short form div. Therefore now del is nothing but I vector dou by dou x, j vector dou by dou y, k vector dou by dou z, and f vector is given the problem, f vector. So this is a f vector, x square minus y square. So x square minus y square plus 2xz I vector plus xz minus xy plus yz j vector plus z square x square k vector. Just check once again, x square y square 2xz and xz minus xy yz, then z square x square. Now del dot f vector. What is the question? Del dot f vector. So now del dot f vector is nothing but I vector dou by dou x, j vector dou by dou y, k vector dou by dou z dot f vector, x square minus y square plus 2xz I vector plus xz minus xy plus yz into j vector plus z square into z square plus x square into k vector. Now multiply with each and every term, individual term multiplication. Now dot product. What is the dot product? See, I dot I dot I value 1. Therefore dou by dou x of x square minus y square plus 2xz I dot I. Then I dot j, 0, I dot k 0. So only I dot I value 1, other values I dot j, I dot k 0. Next term, so this is a I dot I 0, I dot j 0 plus next j dot I also 0, j dot j 1, j dot j value 1, therefore dou by dou y of x z minus xy plus yz. Then j dot k 0 plus k dot i 0, k dot j 0, k dot k 1, dou by dou z of z square plus x square. Just multiply dot product. Now the derivative with respect to x. So when the derivative with respect to x here, x here x, other value constant. If when y partial derivative means here y other, this whole term constant, this is a variable. Now differentiation, dou by dou x of x square 2x plus and minus y square 0 plus 2 constant, x differentiation 1 z, then plus dou by dou y. So the first term x z constant 0 minus x constant, but with the product y differentiation 1 plus when y differentiation 1 z plus dou by dou z of z square is 2z plus 0. Therefore that term is nothing but 2x plus 2z, and here minus x plus z plus 2z. Therefore now this two term, when I am adding x, 2x minus x, then 2z plus 5z. This is a divergent del dot f vector, x plus 5z. Then what is the second question? Second question, gradient and divergence. Gradient and divergence is involved. Therefore del into del dot f vector. So what does it mean this? Del without any product, it's considered gradient. So this divergent answer we know earlier we solved. Otherwise direct this is the question means to find the del dot f vector first, then substitute here del into x plus 5z. So what is the del value? Del is nothing but I vector dou by dou x plus j vector dou by dou z plus k vector dou by dou z into x plus 5z. Now multiply with this term to each and every term. I vector dou by dou x of x plus 5z plus j vector dou by dou z of x plus 5z plus k vector dou by dou z of x plus 5z. Now derivative with respect to x. When derivative x, here x only variable, 5z constant. Dou by dou y, this is a y. Now y only the variable, here no variables, every terms are constant. Then here x plus 5z, z only the variable. Therefore the first term I vector into 1 plus 0 plus j vector whole term 0 plus k vector first term 0, then 5 into 1. Therefore I vector plus 5 k vector, this is the value of del into del dot f vector. So gradient of del dot f vector, gradient of divergence. Sometimes is a possible f vector, same the question is possible gradient divergent f vector. What is the meaning this? Del of del dot f vector. This is also possible the questions. Next question, the third one. So what is the third one? Del cross f vector. Del cross f vector. It's a curl. So what is a curl? Del cross f vector. So del is nothing but I vector, j vector, k vector. Del is I vector dou by dou x, j vector dou by dou y, k vector dou by dou z. So dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. And f vector, next row, f vector, coefficient value, I coefficient, the f vector is nothing but x square minus y square plus 2xz. And then this is a j vector dou by dou. Then j vector coefficient xz minus xy plus yz. Then k vector dou by dou z into the term is z square plus x square. Now this determinant of value. So the determinant is the gradient. Determinant is the curl. Now to find this, to find the determinant, when I am taking I, to leave this row and column, and then the form is dou by dou y of this term minus dou by dou z of this term. So how to write this? See, leave the column and row, therefore I vector dou by dou y of z square x square minus dou by dou z of xz minus xy yz. This is a ith term, plus minus, because first term plus, how to write this? Plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. This is a form. So first term is plus, second term is minus j vector. Then again to leave this column and row, and then the determinant is nothing but this is the determinant, dou by dou x into those z square plus x square, dou by dou z and this term. Therefore minus j vector into dou by dou x of z square plus x square minus dou by dou z of x square minus y square plus 2xz plus k vector, If k vector, again to leave the column and row, which column? This column and the row, then the cross multiplication, dou by dou x of this term minus dou by dou y of this term. Therefore k vector is nothing but dou by dou x of xz minus xy plus yz minus dou by dou y of x square minus y square plus 2xz. Now differentiate with respect to the first term. When I differentiate with respect to y, the whole term constant, so no variable, therefore the first term 0, I vector 0. So next z is only the variable. See, here is z, here is z, other values are constant, therefore minus x constant when z differentiation 1 minus xy 0, all values are constant, plus y into z differentiation 1. So this is the first term. Now first 0 minus, and this is outside the bracket, minus of minus xz, then this is a minus of minus plus, when I multiply minus, this is a minus y, or if you are taking common, this is a term na, then minus outside, this is a negative. Then minus j vector, when x only the variable, this here x square, therefore 0 plus 2x minus of z variable, here the variable, therefore 0 minus 0 plus 2x into 1. This is a term, plus k vector, here x only the variable, x variable, here y variable, therefore dou by dou x of x1 z minus x1 y plus 0 minus of dou by dou y x square 0 minus 2y plus 0. Therefore, after this simplification, see, this is a I vector equal to, so I vector minus x minus y. So what is the value of this? Minus x minus y. Therefore this term minus j vector 2x minus 2x, then plus k vector z minus y plus 2y. Therefore this is a term minus x minus y. Therefore this is a I vector minus x minus y, then this term 0, and then this is a k vector z minus y plus 2y. So therefore y plus z, y plus z. Now this is a del cross f vector, del cross f vector. Now what is the next question? See, del dot del cross f vector, del dot del cross f. Del dot del cross f is nothing but, this is a normally to mention divergence of curl f vector. Divergence of curl means, first of all, now the question is del dot del cross f vector. So del is nothing but I vector dou by dou x plus j vector dou by dou y plus k vector dou by dou z. This is a del dot. Del cross f is nothing but, this is a previous one. To use this previous one, minus x minus y into I vector plus y plus z into k vector. When the dot product I dot I value 1, j dot j1, k dot k1, other value 0, therefore I dot I 1, j term is not there, to just ignore this, k dot k 1. Therefore dou by dou x of minus x minus y, and plus next is 0 term, and then plus dou by dou z of y plus z. Now when derivative with respect to x, here variable z is a variable. Now the term is minus 1, y term 0, then plus 0 plus 0 plus 1. Therefore minus 1 plus 1 0, del dot del cross f vector 0. And then next question, del cross f vector. So what is mean this? Curl f vector. Now del cross f vector equal to I vector, j vector, k vector. The first del dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. This is a second row. This is a third row. So del cross f vector value minus x minus y, minus x minus y, and then second j term 0, then y plus z, y plus z. Now taking this determinant I vector. Now I vector to leave this row and the column, then this cross multiplication. Therefore this term is nothing but dou by dou y of, this is a dou by dou y of y plus z minus dou by dou z of 0. Then next term minus j, leave this column and row, dou by dou x of y plus z minus dou by dou z of minus x minus y, and plus k vector dou by dou x of 0 minus dou by dou y of minus x minus y. Now when I differentiate, here differentiation with respect to y, so y only the variable, and here x, here z, so no value, here y is the variable. Therefore the first term I vector dou by dou I of y value 1, so other term 0, minus j vector the whole term 0 because of no variable, the first variable no x variable, next variable no z variable, so 0, plus k vector first term 0, the next term minus of minus 1 plus 1. Therefore I vector plus k vector. So this is a del cross f vector. Del cross f vector. Thank you.